Hello, this is Lisa and this is my channel, Summon Art. I thought I would upload a video that would show a little bit of my artistic process and the things that I do when I'm creating artwork. So basically here I'm just filling up the background with yellow ochre with a fairly big paintbrush and trying to keep the thing still because it was slipping all over the place. I just didn't want to get paint on the table. I'm beginning to fill in the darker areas here and the highlights just to give an idea of where everything is, where the eyes are and what the shape of the face is, and sort of roughly where I need everything to be. And I'm also doing just the base colours on top of the yellow ochre. It's fairly rough at the moment. I don't need to worry too much about detail at this stage. This piece is something that I actually bought to show a local art group, but I didn't show it when it was quite in its finished stages. I actually showed it more when it was looking like this, and you'll see in a minute I'm using a detail brush here just to do the nose, and I also fill in the eyes just to bring it. Really helps to bring life to a picture when you actually fill the eyes in. But it was actually after I'd done it's here that I bought this piece to show to the art group, and they quite liked it because they felt it showed the camouflage nature of the lion, how it disguises itself in its natural environment from any prey animals. And while I could it looked good at that stage, I felt that it wasn't quite finished. That wasn't necessarily what I was aiming for. I wanted the piece to be finished and properly detailed and fleshed out, because the purposes of this image was basically to see where I've got to with my artistic abilities and what I can do. And you can see previously I just started to fill in a few more of the colours, and just have to make sure to keep sort of checking your reference image, have a look at what colours there are in it, and yeah, and just sort of work from there, and try and when you're doing fur, to pay attention to obviously the direction the fur is going in, so that you can make sure to make it fairly sort of realistic. And because you can see I've brought in the detail brush here, and that's to do all the little whisker marks and to do individual pieces of fur and do all the fine details that really start to make the picture look a lot more realistic. And you see it's quite good for doing little highlights. Adding water to the paint is quite helpful when doing the whiskers and just doing the little sort of bits of fur texture. And you can also just add in a lot of different colours. With some pictures you can sometimes add in colours you wouldn't necessarily expect to, because if more colours you add, the more sort of realism you add to the picture. And here I just thought I would add a few more highlights around the edges to make the mane stand out. Once I'd darkened up that background, it sort of got a little bit, it lacked definition. But this is where I actually finished the piece, and I just do a little bit of a zoom in so you can see all of the brush strokes, and you get a nice close look at one of his eyes here. I had a lot of fun doing this piece, and I would say that there's things that I could do to improve it. Like I could add a little bit more fur texturing in around the eyes, especially when you get nice and close like this. You can see it's still actually quite rough. but you don't necessarily need to have hyper detail to make a piece look fairly realistic, because even in photographs you can't necessarily see every single individual little bit of fur. So as long as you have the rough idea of it, it will pull together and look quite good. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed the video and liked watching that. And if you have any ideas for things that you'd like to see me draw or paint, feel free to let me know. That is the end of this video, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up please, and subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I am also on Dayflash. Bye everyone.